Good morning, Heather. You're up already, right? I'm going on a trip with friends today. I was wondering if you could take care of my daughter for a while. Sis, what's been calling me so early in the morning? As I said, I need you to take care of my daughter, Crystal. You get to take care of your lovely niece. Isn't that great? What? I can't take care of her all of a sudden. Why not? You're unemployed and have time, right? You're unemployed too, right? Don't compare me to you. I have a great job as a mother. You leave her with me all the time and go out. I'm sorry, but I don't have time. I have to take care of my mother-in-law. Of course, you need to take care of your husband's mother, right? I split with my husband and have to raise my child on my own. It's stressful every day. On the other hand, you don't have kids in your home all day anyway. You should at least take care of your niece. I told you before, I don't have kids, but I have someone to take care of. Taking care of her isn't a big deal. Your mother-in-law isn't senile and can do a lot of things except walk, right? Besides, my daughter is low maintenance. You can watch her while you take care of your mother-in-law. Crystal is a good girl. But this is still too sudden. You should have at least called the day before. It's not my fault. I was so excited about the trip that I forgot to call you. Can't you take Crystal on the trip too? No. I can't enjoy traveling if I have a kid with me. I can't even go out for drinks at night. To be honest, she'd just be in the way. In the way. You don't have to put it like that. I'm just trying to get away from raising a kid and recharge. What's the point if she's with me? You should be plenty recharged, shouldn't you? You leave her with me at least once a week. Shut up! You don't understand how I feel because you've never had a child. Raising a child is much harder than you think. I know it's hard, but I can't take care of her today. Huh? I wish my husband was here, but he's not. He's been on a business trip since yesterday, and I'm the only one at home. My mother-in-law, she's been sick a lot lately. I can't take care of her and Crystal at the same time. It's too late to say no now. Huh? I already left her at the door. Excuse me? Oh yeah, that's right. You didn't notice because I didn't press the doorbell. Actually, I was near your house. I left Crystal at your front door. Please take care of her for a week. What? That's horrible. You left your child without telling me. I'm telling you now. Oh, come on. And a week is too long. Where the hell are you going? Overseas? Overseas? It'll take a whole day just to get there. I don't think a week is long at all. I can't believe you're going overseas without your daughter. Oh, don't worry. I made sure to pack a lot of clothes. That's not the point. It's unbelievable that you would just show up and ask me to take care of your child for a week. So I told you, I forgot. You're such a nitpick. Sis, do you call yourself a mother? If you're going to neglect Crystal like this, I think it would be better if your ex-husband had custody of Crystal. That way, Crystal's future would be safer. He seems more sincere and kind. You've got to be kidding me. If I didn't have custody, I wouldn't get child support. You could just work. I don't want to. I've been a stay-at-home mom since my ex and I got married. I can't go out to work now. This is absurd. You took Crystal in because you didn't want to work. Oh, shut up. Anyway, take care of her. I'll buy you some souvenirs. Look forward to it. Hey, sis. I've got a plane to catch. Wait. I can't take her for a week. Hi, Heather. How are you? I'm enjoying my vacation in the South Seas as a reward for taking care of everybody. I'll send you a picture of the beautiful seaside. No, thank you. Don't be shy. The sea is really blue and beautiful. It will definitely heal your heart. My mother-in-law has been sick since last night. Oh my! That's terrible! I tried to call my husband, but he won't answer. He doesn't reply to my texts either. I want him to come home as soon as possible. Marvin can't come home. What? What do you mean? Why do you think that is? No way. Actually, I'm on this trip with him. He's crazy about me in a swimsuit. He's been taking pictures of me the whole time. I'm tired of posing for pictures. What? I'm sorry. I stole your husband. Wait a minute. You said you were on a trip with Marvin. You lied when you said you were going on a trip with your friends. Yeah. I don't have any friends to go on a trip with. Right now, it's just me and Marvin. I can't believe it. So my husband lied about going on a business trip too. That's right. He took some paid vacation off to go on a trip with me. How long have you two been together? So, how long would it be now? About a year, I think. A year. That coincides with when my mother-in-law collapsed. I quit the job I loved so much to take care of her. And then Marvin does this? Oh, come on. Don't blame Marvin. You're the one to blame. Huh? You didn't wear makeup? You did care about fashion. You didn't take care of Marvin, did you? Besides, you're ugly, unlike me. If an ugly woman doesn't care about her own appearance, she's finished. It's no wonder your husband left you. That's terrible. How dare he betray me when I'm taking care of his mother? I mean, you're too insane. You're disgusting to put your hands on your sister's husband. I'm divorced and lonely. With a guy like Marvin around, you can't blame me for liking him. Excuse me? Young men are so nice. My ex-husband was an older, tired, old guy. Marvin is always full of energy, and his skin is so fresh and handsome. Oh yeah, Marvin told me. He said he can't believe me and you are sisters. I'm too attractive. I'm so attractive that he can't even see you as a woman anymore. You two are scum. You put me in charge of taking care of your kid. I'll never forgive you. You know what? Even a dull woman like you should be thankful that you can be useful to the family. So that means I'm a handy servant for you guys. That's right. Be a servant and take care of my kid and the old lady. Sis, if Marvin is around, please tell him. His mother isn't feeling well. Tell him to come home right away. I don't want to do that. We finally have a chance to be alone. I won't let him leave. You're going to regret this later. What? If you don't come home now, you'll regret it for the rest of your life. You're overreacting. Even if you say she's not feeling well, it's probably just a cold or something, right? I know you're desperate to keep me away from Marvin. I'm not going to fall for that trick. She doesn't have a cold. She looks very sick, so I'm going to take her to the hospital as soon as I can. Okay. Good night. Well, I'm going now. I'm busy traveling with your husband. Heather! Why won't you answer my calls? Hey, Heather! Don't ignore me just because you lost your husband. Sis, what do you want? It's not a good time to talk. I have a favor to ask you. Will you pick me up at the airport? Huh? Why don't you just take a cab home? I don't have money for a cab. I spent a lot of money on the trip. Both Marvin and I have nothing in our wallets. I bought you some souvenirs, so please pick me up at the airport now. How brazen. You had an affair with my husband, and now you want me to pick you up at the airport? What's wrong with that? It's your job to take care of your family. I don't care about that right now. You're on your own. What is that? You're such a cheeky girl. You have a lot of free time anyway. You're at home, aren't you? The airport is less than an hour away. Just come and get me. I'm not at home. What? Then where are you? I just finished my mother-in-law's funeral. What? Funeral? Your mother-in-law died? I told you that she got sick, didn't I? After that, I rushed her to the hospital. She had to be hospitalized suddenly. Her condition suddenly got worse. She passed away 2 days ago. Oh, I can't believe it! Why didn't you tell me? That's terrible. I called you so many times, but you guys didn't answer the phone at all. I couldn't get a read on your texts either. I even had relatives call you several times. I thought you guys probably turned off your phone so you wouldn't be bothered. I couldn't get in touch with you. What? Oh, come to think of it. I turned off my phone for a while because I was so annoyed that you kept interrupting me. I told you, you would regret it. I see. Then I'll pay the cab fare with my credit card. I'm going to head to the funeral home with Marvin now. It's a little late for that, though. Oh, but wait a minute. Your mother-in-law passed away. That means Marvin's going to get the inheritance, right? Huh? His father passed away a long time ago. And Marvin, he's an only child. Oh my gosh, this is big. Your mother-in-law's inheritance is all his. Unbelievable. She passes away and you're talking about the inheritance. Marvin, he wants to divorce you and remarry me. I'm so lucky. If Marvin gets your mother-in-law's inheritance, I'll be rich in one fell swoop. That's impossible. What? Marvin won't get it. What are you talking about? I heard it all from Marvin. His mother lived a simple life, but she actually saved a lot of money. There's a will. A will? I want to leave all my possessions to Heather, who cared for me so devotedly. I won't give my son a single penny. His mother wrote that in her will. Hey, what's that? Marvin always kept making excuses that work was busy, and he never tried to take care of his mother at all. You've got to be kidding. There's absolutely no way she wouldn't give her inheritance to her own son. That's what she wanted. Okay. You coerced her, didn't you? What? You took advantage of her impaired judgment, and you forced her to write a will so that you could get all the inheritance. You coward. I had no idea until she died that she had left the will. What? She knew that Marvin was having an affair. Huh? Marvin let his guard down in front of his mother. He wasn't very cautious when he called and texted you. She may have been physically immobile, but she had a good head on her shoulders. So maybe you... Yeah. She told me. She told me she thought he was having an affair. Well, me and his mother, we never imagined he was having an affair with my sister. Wait a minute. So Marvin really won't get a penny? I don't care if you want to claim the remainder. Marvin borrowed money from his mother several times. He hasn't paid her back yet. That amount will be treated as a gift before her death. Even if he claims that, he'll only get scraps. That's a lie! He's a stupid man. Even though his pay wasn't that good, he borrowed money from his mom on several occasions and even owes me money. I know he was counting on his mother's inheritance, but she could see through it. He was always buying me brand name bags and accessories. I thought he was well paid. Not at all. I made more money than Marvin. Ever since I quit my job to take care of my mother-in-law, We've always been on the edge and had a hard time making ends meet. Oh no! By the way, your ex-husband also came to the funeral. When I told him about the situation with Crystal, he was so angry. What? Why is he going to your mother-in-law's funeral? I couldn't get in touch with you at all. I had your ex-husband call you too. You didn't notice? He's seen my mother-in-law a few times. He wanted to say goodbye, so he took off work to come to the funeral. He's a far cry from some scumbag who's having an affair while his own mother is dying. Shut up! He says he wants to get custody of Crystal back. Huh? I don't want that. I won't be able to get child support. You're such a jerk. What do you think your child is? A child needs a mother. A woman who leaves her child to go on a trip with a man she's cheating with, she has no right to call herself a mother. Crystal seemed happy to see her dad again. She clearly said she didn't want to be with her mom. That's a lie, of course. In the first place, my ex-husband is incapable of raising a child. He was a workaholic, going to work early in the morning and coming home late at night. But on his days off, he spent the whole day with Crystal. On weekdays, he said he'd get his parents to help him out. But, unlike you, your ex-husband is a man of integrity. It's obvious who's a better parent. Ugh! Shut up! I'll never give him my child no matter what you say. I won't be able to make a living without her. I told you before, you just have to work. I don't want to work. I was going to marry Marvin and live a life of an elegant housewife. Even if you can marry Marvin, I don't think you'll be able to live an elegant life. Oh yeah, another thing. I'm going to file compensation for damages against you guys. Huh? Compensation? Of course. Why are you surprised? You two were having an affair. No, I'm your sister. It's crazy to ask for compensation from a family member. I'm sorry, but I don't consider you family. That's awful. Not only do I get no inheritance, you're going to take all my money? It's all your fault. Hey, Heather. I'll apologize for cheating on you and Marvin, but please, don't make me pay compensation. It's too late to apologize now. I'll never forgive you for what you did. Oh no, I'll give you back Marvin. I'll step down quietly. No, you don't have to give that scumbag back. I'll gladly give him to my sister. Huh? Well then, you can come to the funeral home now. But be prepared to get beat up by the relatives. Also, will you tell Marvin for me? I hope you two get along in hell together. Later, my sister and my husband showed up at the funeral home. The relatives asked them why they did not attend the funeral. They confessed that they had been on a trip having an affair. Naturally, everyone was furious, and my sister and my husband were cut off from all the relatives. Perhaps their feelings cooled down after this mess, and they eventually split up. Crystal's custody was safely recovered by her dad. My sister was left completely alone. She lost her income in the form of child support. She reluctantly started working part-time. As well, I followed up by filing compensation damages against her. She worked and worked, but her finances continued to go into the red. Finally, she could no longer afford the rent and was evicted from the apartment. She cried to her parents, but they had already insulated her, so she could not rely on them. She's now working part-time all day long. She moves from one restaurant to another, working as a waitress. On the other hand, my husband quit his job immediately after his mother-in-law's funeral. Because the company he was working for was owned by a relative, the information that he had an affair with his wife's sister and did not attend his mother's funeral spread to all the employees at once. It became difficult for him to stay at work. Rumor has it that my husband is struggling to find a new job. He's living a miserable life, almost as if he were homeless. I don't care about that because we are strangers now. After my divorce from my husband, I moved into an apartment and started living alone. It was useful that I had obtained occupational training when I was a student. I was able to find a full-time job. My marriage had failed, but my life is not over yet. I'm looking forward to meeting new people and enjoying the freedom of single life for a while.